yourself fighting for a revolution, you find yourself paying for everything. And we have to start prioritizing when we pay for things. So if it's between a sound system and chairs, we choose the sound system. If it's between a fully stocked bar and some good lights, we choose lights. Right?
Right.
That was a joke. Anyway, so it's good if you sit down, because the other reason is that if you stand up and you're too close to the stage, you're going to be a silhouette on my screen behind me, and that's not going to look good, so don't fuck up my show. Tonight is the, well, it's the kind of premiere projection of SecretProjectRevolution. It's no longer a secret, obviously. And most of you know that it's been seen around the world. We've had guerrilla screenings around the world in 12 cities, which have all gone very well. And I want to thank everybody who's been a part of that. People have been very brave, throwing projectors out on the street and speakers out on the street. The only places we got shut down at were the Vatican. Near the Pompidou Center in Paris, and a shopping mall in Berlin. Very strange. Who cares, the lighting was bad. Anyway, but around the world, people were really open, and the cops in most places at first tried to stop, got into arguments, and then found themselves watching the film and gave up and forgot that they were going to shut it down. So the universe was on my side. So thank you to those people. I also want to say thank you to BitTorrent and Vice for giving me this platform, allowing me to show my film on the internet so that millions of people around the world can see it. It's an unconventional film, and it needs to be seen and released in an unconventional way. And to Vice for creating the Art for Freedom platform, which is a movement that will last, well, to start off with, it will last for a year. Hopefully it will go on forever. But it's a platform, it's a website where we invite artists or people who have a story to tell to make a film, write a story, paint a picture, take a photograph, share with us through your art what your definition of freedom is. That is very important to me, the word freedom. It's a big word and it's a general word, but it seems to me, in this day and age, that I realize I'm a little bit nervous. I think it's because I care, maybe too much. This film, aside from my children, is to me the most important thing I've ever done. Because the idea of being free and being able to freely express myself, not only as an artist but as a human being, is extremely important. And I do not take my freedom for granted. And it seems to me when I travel around the world, and I do that quite frequently, that people are either not free and fighting for it, or free and taking it for granted. And both of those situations make me extremely agitated. And that's really why I made this film. Because I cannot tolerate it when groups like Pussy Riot are thrown in jail for criticizing the government through their art. Or artists like Ai Weiwei in China are mysteriously thrown in jail, disappeared for months at a time, and for criticizing his government through his art. This is a serious offense to me in the eyes of God, because God made art, God made human beings to create art. We are channeling God when we make art. And I do not doubt that for a minute, and it is nobody's business to get in the way of that. Amen. reflect the world that he or she lives in, but it's the artist's job to shape the world that he or she lives in. And I cannot separate the rights of an artist with the rights of a human being. And when we start telling artists what they can and can't do, then we're telling human beings that they cannot be humans. And then what we witness is the collapse of civilization as we know it. I know that sounds dramatic, but it's happening, okay? It's really happening. It's not just that you can be killed for being gay in Iran, or you can be imprisoned for insulting Mr. Putin. It's, the world is a scary place right now. With the threat of World War III and chemical warfare seemingly at our doorstep, I feel like right now all we have is each other. And one very important way that we can embrace each other and reach each other and inspire each other and touch each other is with creativity, is with our art. So this evening is dedicated to that. When I say I want to start a revolution, that is exactly what I mean. I mean, I want to start a movement of people, of artists, who are not worried about winning popularity contests, who are not worried about approval, who are not worried about whether their ass looks good, although it is important to have a good-looking ass. But really, I have a fire inside of me right now about this subject, and it's not going out. It started a long time ago, and it's culminated now, this evening, with you. I thank you all for coming here tonight to share this evening with me, this movement with me. I hope you are inspired by what you see. I work with metaphors and symbols and irony. If you take things too literally, you're going to be fucked. Okay? No, I do not condone violence, but there's a lot of people that try to shut people up with guns and other weapons, mostly their words, religion, money, greed, power, guns. People use all of these things to shut other people up. Anyway, I could go on and on about this subject, but I think we have a show. So, let's start the show. When I say show, I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm a show girl. But first I want to show you a film. And I want to thank Stephen Klein, my partner. Collaborator, and I couldn't make this film without him. So thank you, Stephen, wherever you are. And thank you to all the people who worked on the film. There's a lot of you here tonight, a lot of the crew, the performers who gave up their time to make this film because they believe what I believe. Thank you for your generosity. This wouldn't be possible without the generosity of Larry Gagosian, who offered me his gallery for free. Although, of course, I've trashed his floor and his wall with chains and blood and sweat, so it's probably not going to be free by the end of this evening. And then finally, I want to say thank you to the performers who will perform after I show the film tonight. Incredible musicians, incredible dancers, Thank you so much. I'm so honored to have you here tonight with me. You will see. And my crew, my lighting crew, my sound crew, Jack, everybody who helped to make this evening a success, or put it together, made it possible, and who gave of their time. Nobody got paid, okay? Why? Because they believe what I believe. And you're all my soldiers, freedom fighters, so thank you.
Love you, Madonna.
I only said 5 times tonight, that's pretty good. Before I show my short film, I want to show an even shorter film of a man speaking. His name is James Baldwin. I'm a huge fan of his. He's a great writer, an activist, and he's going to speak briefly on the responsibility of an artist. And I just really feel that you need to hear what he has to say. So thank you and enjoy the show.